Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm doing like the May favorites, and actually I have a few disappointments as well. Like one of them was really hyped up and I tried it and I was just like, I don't understand why this is so hyped up. It was kind of hyped up like last year and I just found it because it was on sale. Whatever. Without further ado, let's get started. Okay, let's start with something that I've been using a ton. I saw this on Nicole Renee Cutler's, I think that's her YouTube name, I'll link it down below. I saw this on one of her favorites and it's the Rimmel Insta Flawless Perfecting Radiant Skin Tint, and they only have two shades. I got the lightest one obviously because I'm pale AF. I guess she said that this is supposed to be a dupe for the Becca Luminizer backlight primer luminizer thing, you know what I'm talking about, the one with the really long name. It's supposed to be a dupe for that. I picked it up just because it sounded, from what she was saying, like something I would be into. And this is exactly what it is. It's a skin tint. It doesn't provide a lot of coverage. It is more on the thin side, but it is very luminous. So there is a little bit of coverage, not too much. And it does have SPF 15 in it. And it's supposed to be very glowy, moisturizing, which I totally agree with. You can like see it glowing. Let me try and rub it in more. So it's very glowy. If you have oily skin, I do not think you would like this. I don't have super oily skin. I have like a combination, so I can kind of get away with it. But if you have dry skin, can you see like that? If you have dry skin, I think you would love this because it is very luminous, very like dewy kind of look. And then you could also wear under makeup for luminous, which I have done as well. I didn't do it today because I used something different, but it does bring more like life, I want to say, like low life. You look awake underneath your makeup, and I love this. Yeah, there is fragrance in here, so if you're sensitive to fragrance, I probably wouldn't pick this up. That's another thing. I'm gonna do a Rimmel video, but a lot of their stuff has fragrance in it and I wish it didn't because it for sensitive skin it doesn't work. But yeah, I love this. I'm just gonna hop around. I don't really have like a set thing, but the next one, which I think you might already see it coming if you saw my video on this, I'll link it up here, over here. I will link it somewhere up on the top in the cards, but this is the Voluminous Lash, Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara by Loreal, and it looks like this. I think they were going for the Too Faced dupe because Too Faced is owned by L'Oreal or something like that. L'Oreal or so it has the same, let me put it in front of my forehead so it's a nice little canvas. It has the same sort of brush, but I love this. It is a drier formula, so if you like drier formulas, you'll love this. If you don't, you're not gonna like this. It's a drier formula and it really clings to lashes and makes them look like fluttery. I'm wearing it today. And then it also adds that volume at the bottom, which I love. So again, I'll link my review on it up above. But yeah, this is, I've been reaching for this constantly and I'm like depressed because I don't want to use it all, but then I remember it's $8. Girl, I have an obsession with these. These are the Covergirl Colourlicious. They're like lip glosses and I have so many of these. This is upside down. When it's upside down, it's gonna annoy me. I have so many of these because I've seen them. They were going on sale at Target and I'm not sure if they're going to discontinue them. I hope they don't. But they were like half off at Target, so I picked up a bunch. These aren't hella pigmented glosses. That's not their purpose at all either with these. Their purpose is that the color you see in the tube is the color that's going to come out in your lips. And that is true. But they are not super pigmented, and I like that. I don't like super pigmented glosses. If I want pigment, I'm gonna want it to be an actual lip color, because gloss can, like, for me, move around, and it's just not, it's too much work. One of my favorite colors is Give Me Guava, and it's this pale pink with, like, gold shimmers in it. It's not glitter, it's more of a shimmer in there, so it's not chunky, you're not gonna feel it. I don't think it's gonna pick up on camera because it is not a darker color, so it's not gonna have a lot of pigment, but like it's very like a sheen. It's not like that super wet look. It's like a sheen, like if you lick your lips and you have like that sheen. That sounds gross, but it's just this beautiful sheen, this gloss, and they're perfect to put in the center of your lips to add like volume. And they're also not sticky. They feel like a lip balm. Also smell like vanilla. Oh, they smell so good. They smell like vanilla. And I guess going into the lip category, I have one lip color. It's from Colourpop. I just got it, but I'm obsessed with it already. And it is the Lippie Stick in Parker. It's a matte color. And I was trying to look for kind of like your lips but better nude shade because I don't really have that. And I think this is pretty close. I love this color. It is right here. It's like a, I want to say it's like a burnt beige, if that's a thing. It has warmth underneath it, and it has more of that pinky brown like tone to it. It's still a nude. I think it comes out darker when you swatch it. I looked at swatches and it comes out so much darker, and then when I put it on my lips, it's literally like about a shade darker than my natural lip color, and it's so nice. And I wore this yesterday, and I wore it all day, and I didn't touch up, and it was still on my lips somehow, and it's just amazing. The only qualm I would have with this is that it does tug a little bit. It's not super like creamy, but I also think because it has that tug, it isn't gonna move around as much. It's a little bit more permanent per se. It's just a nice tone. I just love it. I have their other matte lipsticks in other colors, but I love their matte formula. So this color is my favorite nude for the month. Let's just go into setting sprays. I have two. I think this one is a hands down no-go. Everybody fucking loves this one. It's the Milani Make It Last. I'm out, and every time I go to the store, they have none. They need to put more than like 6 on the shelf. I need like 20 so I can go and get it. Every time I go get it, they're out. But anyway, it's the Make It Last setting spray. This, I do see a longevity of my makeup. I don't think it's something you spray for the powders to set. It does set your powders, which I love, and it makes the makeup melt into your face. I love this much more than the Loreal one or the Maybelline one. I've tried both. This is my favorite, honestly. I'm so upset. It doesn't have a, it has just like your typical mist spray. It's nothing like gross, and it's nothing like good, I guess. It's just like whatever. But this is so amazing. I want them to A, make a bigger bottle. I need a big bottle. 2, stock more. So yeah, I'm still trying to find one. I'm out, and I'm so upset about it. But yeah, this is obviously a hands down favorite. The next setting spray I have, and I'm shaking it because you have to have, is, I hear people talk about this, but they use it in their skincare, but I actually use this to really set my makeup. I use it in skincare sometimes to like hydrate, but it's the Pixi Glow Mist with propolis and argan oil. It's a nourishing, hydrating, protective spray, and I just shook it up right now. You have to shake it before you use it because the oil separates from whatever else that liquid is, and it smells like ginger. Is this a... No, it smells very medicinal. I'm gonna go with that. It smells medicinal, and this is supposed to give you like, it's supposed to be a dupe for the Tarte one. I don't really like dewy skin, if I'm being honest. Sorry. I don't really like dewy skin. If I want to look glowy, I just use like powder highlights or another product that I'm going to show you today. Just because my face gets oily through the day and my makeup separates, so I try to not use things that are going to aid that like faster. So I normally don't grab stuff like this. I bought it for my skincare routine to add a little bit of like a hydrating barrier like at night or something if I was out in the sun. But one day I ran out of the Milani actually, and I was like, I need a setting spray to set down all the powders. I grabbed this. I was like, fuck it, I'm grabbing this. Grabbed this, and it actually gave me a nice glow. I'm sure you can overdo this, but I try not to because I don't want to get all oily. But it provided such, I mean, wearing it today, it provides such a nice glow on your skin, and you look so healthy. And your makeup, I don't think your makeup lasts any longer with this, but I do think it sets the powders down nicely. It melts it into your skin. I obviously like the Milani one better because it makes your makeup last longer. But I love this for just simple makeup days and just looking hydrated. Like, it makes you look hydrated. So during the summer, I'm probably going to reach for this even more. I'm almost out. But yeah, I freaking am enjoying this a lot. The next one I have is, everybody loves the Wet n Wild Color Icon blushes. Like, that's a hands down. They are so nice. They blend nicely. But my favorite is the Rose Champagne. This, I don't think it's a blush. Like, maybe on someone very pale, but it is a very pale bronzy color. So that's what it looks like in the pan. I swatched it right here. And you see, like, it has just a little bit of a sheen to it. I apply it like a blush, but I don't use it to give me a blushed look. Does that make sense? I use this to add more glow to my skin without having to go in with like that setting spray or something, because it does have that sheen to it, as you can see in the pan. It has that sheen to it, so you're able to really glow up your face without using any lotions and stuff and look glowy. That's what I'm wearing today. Look super glowy, but it's powder. And that's what I love about this, because I'm not one of those people, like I said, that likes dewy skin. I don't like it on me because it doesn't last, but I love this because, first of all, these are very pigmented. They last so freaking long. And this one, you can't go overboard on this. Maybe if you're really pale, you probably could. But you could just keep going in with this and you won't overdo it. It just looks so beautiful. If you have oily skin and you want to look glowy without going in with all that lotion and those setting sprays, because we know that's a hot mess, try something like this. And then something that is in the bronzer family is something I bought from Tarte. It is, I don't know the real name for it, the long ass name they've assigned this brush. I know it's long, but it's their bronzer brush. It looks like the NARS Eater brush, but hella big. Like, I love this. So this is very easy to kind of get into your cheeks and just go and then blend up, because the bristles are, it's dense, but it's not too dense. It's like that happy medium of being dense, but not so dense where it's like a imprint of bronzer on your face. The bristles are round, so they're all like this dome shape. So it really helps blend this out. And then I blend up to bring the bronzer up, and it's just beautiful, and it's so perfect for your forehead. It's I love this. This applies it, and it doesn't pick up so much product at once where it's like harsh. Do you know what I mean? Like brushes, like dual fiber brushes for me. If I just dab it into some blush, it's like, hello, you have tons of blush on your brush, you know, it's like too much. I can just dab this into like my butter bronzer and just go in, and it doesn't apply it so harshly. It's such a safe way to go in with bronzer, like if you're scared of something being pigmented. I love it. The last hit is by Smashbox. I had to get this one because I saw how beautiful it was. I had to support my girl Casey Holmes. She's like my favorite. I got the Smashbox highlighting palette or spotlight palette in Pearl, and it comes with these 3 colors. Turn it on, crank it up, blow a fuse. This blow a fuse one has glitter in it, but I don't think the glitter in here shows up on your face where it looks like child makeup on you. It's very beautiful. So I am wearing it today, and it's very glowy. It's very melts into your skin glowy, not like sits on top of your skin. It doesn't emphasize texture. I know that was a big thing for her. Having rosacea and stuff, she didn't want it to emphasize texture, and I agree with that. I'm not just saying that because I really enjoy Casey Holmes, I'm saying that because it's true. This one, turn it up, I go in with like just a normal day, like if I'm just kind of like cash day, and you can build these up, like they show, and then you can just keep building them and then like blinding highlight. You can, I love how you can build these. And then if I'm feeling, you know, adventurous, I'll go in with both of these, turn it on and crank it up. And then if I really want that pow, I'll go in with Blow a Fuse, which is the glittery one, and I'll only put it on the high points right here. I don't go on my cheek because it does have that glitter and I don't want to emphasize anything, but I'll go in right on the top right here. I don't have it on today because I don't need that much glow. Not today, but just right on the high points, right up here. This one really was drawn to me because you get 3 and you can just customize them and make them however you want. And then if you have deeper skin, she does have a gold palette. They have the same name, same concept with the glitter one on the end, and then like 2 more subtle shades on the other side. But these are so beautiful, and I think they're so worth it, and it's just like travel friendly. Like it just goes, it's so small, you can throw it anywhere. I love this highlighting palette. Let's go in with some things that I didn't care for so much. And I don't have the black one with me, but is these Essence Gel eye pencils. So it's kind of one of those you get what you pay for. They're about $2. And I picked up this color because I don't have something like this turquoisey color. And they twist up, which I love. You don't have to sharpen them. They twist up. I was like, okay. And then I swatched them, and they're not super creamy, but again, you're paying $2, so I wasn't totally concerned about it. When you swatch it, the color is so beautiful. But getting this to show up on your waterline is nearly impossible. It will not show up. It shows up on your skin, so like if you want to do like a top lash kind of deal with it, it's great. But even the black one, I try to like tight line with it, and it just doesn't want to show up in your waterline. And I'm just kind of like, what's the point of you then if you don't want to show up in my waterline? And I was kind of bummed. Again, it was something that you pay for, $2. It's not super creamy, it's pigmented, like, you know what I mean? So I was like, oh heck yeah, this is gonna show up. But it just didn't, and it says it's waterproof, and I'm like, it doesn't even show up on your waterline. How can this be waterproof? Like, this was just like a dud. Like, I'd rather just go get a Rimmel one because those always show up. So it was like, pass. Sorry. The next one was, I'm so bummed because I was looking for this everywhere, like absolutely everywhere. I was like, I gotta have it. I want it so bad. And when I finally got it, I was so stoked, and I got it and I put it on, and I was like, do you know what I mean? Like, you buy something because you're so stoked on it, and then you bring it home and it's just like, meh. And you're just like, dude, I've been waiting for this forever. This is one of those. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Slim Skinny Mascara. And why I wanted it was because it's a skinny mascara, and it's so perfect to get on the lower lash line, because I love bigger brushed mascaras. I love thicker brushes, like thicker brushes, bristles, everything like those. They clean my lashes better. So I wanted something that was able to get in my lower lash line without smearing, because that's what happens when you have a bigger brush. And my problem with this is it is so flippin' dry. Like, this is dry. There's fibers in here, and I feel like most of the product on here is fibers. It is not actual, like let me show you. Do you see what I'm talking about? Like, that's not, like, I know this is so weird, but see? There's no pigment in there. Like, it needs to be a wet formula. Like, this is, like, I like a dry formula, like I said, but this is, like, way too dry. Like, it doesn't cling to anything. You see what I'm doing? It's like clumpy because of those fibers, and it's, I don't like it. Like, it needs to be a more creamy pigmented formula. This is way too dry. I don't understand the fibers in it either. I think you can do away with the fibers and just give me an ordinary black mascara with this wand, and I will be happy. I just don't care for this one as well. It's just kind of a roll letdown. I'm sorry. So the next thing I'm a little disappointed in, it's the Physicians Formula Miami Strip Healthy Glow Bronzer. It's this one, and this shit is so hyped up on YouTube. Like, everyone says it's the best drugstore highlighter, and I don't understand why. Like, I think e.l.f. is so much better. I think Wet n Wild is so much better. Like, this is so beautiful in the pan, and it's not that it's not pigmented either. It's not that at all. Like, you can see I scratched it because I thought maybe it was like the e.l.f. one where you have to get the top layer off, and that wasn't the case either. What I love about this, you can customize it and make a bunch of shades like I just did. So its swatch is nice, but like when you apply it to your face, it's just so like meh. Like, it's there, but it's not as amazing as everybody made this seem. Like, everybody tried to make this seem like some blinding highlight, and it's not blinding. And this is what I would suggest it for. The formula is great. It shows up. The pigmentation is there. It's just the way it reflects is not blinding. So if you like something more natural, this is beautiful. The price for it is like 15 bucks. I don't think it's worth 15 bucks for what it does. Like, it's just like a okay all over sheen, you know? So I was kind of disappointed. And my last disappointing product is, it's probably my most disappointing product, is the Archery. It's the 2-in-1 Brow by Soap & Glory. One side is a brow gel and the other side is a brow pencil. It is in that shape. You don't get a full-size pencil and you don't get a full-size amount of gel. I like the brow gel. Like, there's nothing against the brow gel. It's this damn pencil. I'm going in pretty hard, and it, like, you really have to tug on this product to get it to show up. And this is supposed to be in the color Love is Blonde, so I get it's supposed to be lighter. However, this formula, like, I had to really, like, grind on this to get it to show up. Like, if you're just trying to do, like, a, like, nothing. What the? I get it's supposed to be a lighter color because it's for blondes, but that doesn't mean when you swipe it a couple times, nothing shows up. And, like, if you're trying to go in, like, lightly and do, like brush strokes, like little hair strokes, it won't show up. Like, it's just, like, and it's just not worth it. I'm so disappointed in this. I got 20% off, so I only paid $10, but girl, save your money. This is terrible. I guess that is it for my May hits and misses, favorites and not so favorites, favorites and hated, whatever you want to title this video. I guess that's it for it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos. I also have social media. I'll leave it down in the link below. And I think that's all I have for right now. So see you guys later.